Hello again, friends. Christmas is upon us, and I love Christmas, and especially Christmas songs. Why? Because you get to learn something new. As I encourage you to learn these Christmas songs, find your own favorite Christmas songs and try to work them out. One thing that will help you that I forgot to mention and I've been using is this. A very awesome book. It's called The Christmas Caroling Songbook by Hal Leonard. Melody, words, and chords for 72 favorite carols and songs. Unfortunately, it does not have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. That comes exclusively by me via the last lesson. It doesn't have White Christmas, but it does have songs like Let It Snow, The Christmas Song, Christmas Time Is Here, even songs like Mr. Santa and I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. It's only $9.95, but I'm sure Amazon has it cheaper, so if you look in the Show More section in the bottom, I'll have a link for you to pick up this book online. And I'll go ahead and zoom in on some of this. I don't know how close that just got me, but I don't know if you can see this, but it has the chords printed above the lyrics and the melody. This is called just the melody here. If you read a little bit of music, you don't have to worry about fancy things. This one's a little bit, a little bit more fancy with the rhythms and the dotted notes and things like that. But if you can't read music, it's great because it has a lot of these fancy chords, what I call, the jazzy chords. For example, let's go to one I've been trying to work on. I don't think I'll do one on this because I still have to practice it more before I can get it on here. But the Christmas song. For example, the Christmas song, if you can see this, it's an E flat 9, or E flat, and it's got a bunch of different chords you can learn. And what you do is you get online and you find these chords. A good place is Chord Book. Another good place is all-guitar-chords.com. I'll probably do some links on that. And they are really good for doing these Christmas songs. This is a really good book. Check it out, the Christmas Caroling Songbook. But right now, the song I'm going to do is one of my favorite things to do. It's one of my favorite songs, and it's called Good King Wenceslas. And I'm going to try my best to get through it. It's 5 verses, and I don't know it all by heart. But it's a good Irish song if you know anything about it, or I think it's an Irish song. I've heard a lot of Irish people sing it, and it's kind of got an Irish tune to it. But this is a good bluegrassy version of it I'm going to play for you. And just a little short synopsis. Good King Wenceslas is about this king who goes out in the wintertime. The weather is snowy, it's blizzardy, and he has his little page with him, his little squire. And he's going outside, and all of a sudden they're going out to gather some winter fuel, as it says, but they see this peasant, and the king does. And he says, well, who is he? Do you know where he lives? And the page says, yeah, he lives a good league hence, way across the mountain. And the king says, well, I'm going to make sure that he has food, and that he has water, and he has a good hot meal. And the page says, well, it's getting kind of dark, I can't, the storm is so bad, I can't see where we're going. But then the king is determined to do this good thing, meaning the good King Wenceslas that he is. He decides, and he's determined to set out and feed this poor peasant. And he says, to the page, be aware of my footsteps. Tread thou in them boldly. In other words, be confident that I know where I'm going, that I'll get you there. And he says, the very end of the song says, heat was in the very sod where the saint had printed. In other words, he found warmth in the footsteps of his master. And that just really tears me up. I love that stuff. I'll try my best to do this. I'm going to do it in G. And I've been doing it a certain way for a long time, and then I realized when I picked up that songbook that I just showed you, has a lot more different chords in there. So I'm going to try that out.
Deep and crisp and
night is darker now, and the wind blows stronger. Fill my heart, I know not how I can go no longer. Mark my footsteps, my good fate, tread thou in them boldly. Thou shalt find the winter's rain, freeze thy bloodless body. In his master's steps he trod, where the snow lay dented. He was in the very sod which the saint had printed. Therefore, Christian men, be sure, wealth or rank possessing, ye who now would bless the poor, shall yourselves find I don't know exactly a good way to end that, but that is Good King Wenceslas for you guys. It goes by pretty quick. It's in the key of G that I'm doing it in. And I will do one verse, and the rest of the song is just like one verse, okay? So, but if you notice, I varied it up just a little bit each time. The strum was different. The the phrasing was different. So I'll show you the 3 different ways I do that real quick. Good King Wenceslas on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, brightly shone the moon that night, though the cross was true. When a poor man came inside, gathering winter fuel. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, is what I meant to say. So we start off with a G. So D minor, D, G, and then C, G, C, D, G. And once again, da, 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 so you're doing that twice. And then the next one is brightly shone the D, brightly shone the moon, back to G, that night. Now this is showing all these chords, and I don't have time to think of them, much less play them. So I just do what sounds best to me. With there, I would go brightly shone, brightly shone the moon, brightly shone the moon. Somewhere in there, I throw the E minor on the night. Okay, and then C, G. Oh, the frost was cruel. And then this is the little key part. And C. Poor man came. Be C, B7, E minor. Came inside, which is D7. That B7 I use as a little shortcut. Most people play it like this. But what I do is I just do a little shortcut, eliminate the pinky altogether, and just don't play the bottom string. That's probably the way I would do it. The book has a couple extra chords, but I would do G, D, E minor, C, G. So I'll do it slow again. Good Wenceslas. Try again. Good Wenceslas, lost the time on the midst of Stephen. Roll the slowly round the vine, deep and crisp and deep. Brightly shone the moonlight night, though the frost was cruel. When a poor man came inside, gathering winter new. Now, there's so many chords and so many variations there that truthfully, I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I'm just trying to hear it as I go along and then play the chords that might sound well there. But the main chords is the G, you got an E minor, you got a D, and a C. Those chords switch around quite often and quite in the same order, it seems like. Good place there would be an E minor too. But the other key part is when a poor man. That's C. What I usually do is do this C, and then back to B minor or B7. And came inside. You can either do the D7 there, or another good way to do it, I think, from what I'm hearing, is the A7. When a poor man came inside. And so on the strumming on this, the first way I'm doing it is the regular bass, down, up, bass. Down, up, bass, down, up, down, up. You can check out my strumming video, Basics of Strumming, or whatever it's called, and learn that. Basically, there's I switched it up. This just totally happened by accident. Right before I started recording this, I was practicing it, and it came out like this. Now this is what I consider my praise and worship strum, and I also have a lesson on that, a praise and worship strum. Typically, you hear it when you open the eyes of my heart. That's the song that I use for that strum, but I use it here. So the first one was. The next one is. About this song is that it teaches you multiple ways to change the rhythm. We're still in 4/4 time, but we're changing the rhythm of our strum in one song. A lot of songs teach you to change keys within a song. You modulate up a key or down a key. And there's not a lot of songs out there that teach you to change the complete rhythm of your strumming. And I'm glad that this just happened by accident, because now I can teach it to you guys. The other one that I did was just this. a little easier because there's not a lot of chord changes. You can just do this instead of. This is easier. You can. That's the D right there. And you just leave that little note riding. You can either do that or just alternate. And it quietens it down. It allows the listener to think, oh, this is important. I need to pay attention to this, because for one thing, the music is dying down so that the vocals can be heard, and therefore you've got must be something important to say. And also just adds a little bit of extra excitement to the song. I just love the way to do this song like this. I'm glad I figured this out. I usually didn't see, just play around, but I really like the way this sounds. You might want to add this. I can just hear banjos and mandolins and everything in this song, so this would be very good upright bass, very good for your bluegrass band to do. So just remember, it is. And that, I think the same strum there is the praise and worship strum. If you do the first strum, it doesn't sound as good as. Adds the percussiveness. Okay, so that is your lesson for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. Good King Wenceslas. Bing Crosby does a version of this. Let's see. I don't know who else does this, but there are some very good versions of it. One lady does it in an Irish version, and I contemplated doing it in my Irish accent, but I didn't want to really do that and make fun of my song and make fun of myself. But I do have a pretty decent Irish accent. But anyway, you guys get the point, you get the hint, and you get the lesson. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I may do another Christmas thing. I'm not sure exactly if I will or not, but if I don't, you guys have a very Merry Christmas. And I'll see you guys, if not next time, then I'll see you guys next year. Be prepared for more great things to come. Thanks a lot.